Hello YouTube, and today I'm going to do something different, something I don't usually do often. I'm going to do a drawing tutorial, and we're going to be talking and drawing something that's really important when you're drawing, and that's gesture. Gesture is like, it's poses. It's what, when you're drawing characters or animals or creatures or anything that's alive, you need gesture. And so gesture is like, it's a warm-up, and it's also like a practice for artists. And so today I'm just going to be kind of showing you how to do gesture drawings. This will be more for like the absolute beginner. I'm definitely not an expert myself. I'm still learning. I still got a long ways to go until I'm up there as an expert. But today I'm just going to be walking through like a few steps and how you can make your own poses and your own gesture drawings. So how I like to start out drawing a gesture drawing is I usually like to start out with the head. And so I'm using a H9 pencil. It's really light, and I like to use it for when I'm just drawing the guidelines. And so, you know, cross on the head like that. They go. And then like with the gesture drawing, what you basically want to do is you need like a line of motion, like a line of action. So this is kind of like here, and this is what your character will be based off of. So for me, I like to draw where the hips are, and then kind of just like fill in where the torso would be. So here we already have a gesture, a nice torso of a character that I'm going to be drawing. I don't know what character it's going to be. It's just going to be some random character. I don't know. But the purpose of this video is to teach you how to gesture draw. And so there are many ways of doing it. Some people like to draw with like the shapes. So they got like the shoulders, the head, all that, and they draw the shapes of the character. I like to go a bit more loose and just kind of like whatever, with anatomy in mind. I like to draw where everything is. I also like to put little circles for different landmarks, different areas of the body. I put the circles here for like the connections and where your arm bends, your elbow. And so this line right here is kind of where like the pectorals are. And we'll just do that there. And then like, yeah, that looks about good. Now I suggest you study anatomy. If you're gonna start drawing, study anatomy. I am not the best at anatomy. I could maybe make a video on it, just like a little bit of the anatomy. I still struggle with it myself. I'm very like disproportional with my characters, but that's okay. I'm still a beginner to anatomy myself. So then from here, I like to go and just kind of like, I suggest you definitely study anatomy, because this is from what I've learned. So anyway, I like to draw the legs as like these really stretched out oval shapes. And I like to put the knees right as circles again here. Oh, I guess let's finish the arm here. And I like to just put the hand is like a circle here, and then kind of connect it over to here. So when I'm drawing the arms, I like to go just kind of like make lines that connect to the circle. I just kind of like to fill it in like that. So let me just show you over here. You got this. This is like where your shoulder is. This is where the elbow is, and then this is where your wrist is. And then I just go like that, make like a curved shape, like more like that, I guess. And then I go like that, just kind of like fill it in. Once again, I do suggest you go and learn anatomy. But yeah, that's kind of how I do it. Even just making this video, this is kind of already a practice for me. But that's why I said like this is for absolute beginners. And so yeah, and then so of course learn the basic shapes of the human body. That's how you can kind of just draw from memory instead of having to reference from a photo. That's what I've done right here. I'm not referencing a photo. But yeah, if you want to go learn anatomy, I just kind of learned from observation. I do a lot of observing. When I'm ready to draw, I like to observe different body parts. And then that kind of teaches you a lot about like the anatomy, like the proportions. So when you're learning how to draw characters, I recommend you do a lot of observation. So yeah, that's kind of like I got my character here. And so I like to break down my characters into a few simple lines. There is, here, let me take a different, a better pencil here just to show you. You got here, so this is where the hand is. Elbow, shoulder, other shoulder, elbow, hand, line down there. Remember, like that there. Your waist or your hips. Down here, here, there. There. That's how I kind of break down the anatomy and all that. And then, you know, you just kind of fill it in. You just kind of go with that. There you go. So also when you're drawing very like dynamic action poses, which is something I like to do a lot. Here, let me find my other pencil again. Okay, here we go. I like to draw a curved line, like for like a punch. So if we want a really dynamic looking punch, I draw, here's the head, and then I draw a curved line for the arms. Sorry, this is probably a really light pencil, and with the lighting and all that, it probably doesn't look that good. And then so here's the hand. And then the head and all that. And so I recommend that when you're doing like an action scene like this, use a nice, a really good curved line for the arms. It's like from one hand all the way down to the other right here. Because that's like in reality, like with anatomy, that's how it's actually connected. It's just like this line of muscle and skeleton or whatever. So, and then, you know, you got the torso. Torso, for me personally, torso is the easiest thing to draw. It's, I don't know why. It's probably because it's like the biggest body part. and there's like not really much work you have to do to make a good looking torso like this. But still, I still recommend that you study the anatomy. But there we go. There's like a punch action here. Maybe I'll make another video some other time that like shows how to draw action scenes. I think that would be a lot of fun. So yeah, I know a lot of people. So this really comes down to like preference. A lot of people like to draw with their shapes. They go like this, like all that, and but then they draw with their shapes. They got like the cone for the neck and all that, and then they got like, I don't know. I don't use this, so I'm not good at it. But essentially, like, yeah, this is how some people, and this is how I learned to draw this technique right here. I don't recommend that. Well, once again, this boils down to like preference. If you like this, you can go right ahead. If this is how you think, like I'd say this is for more like people that are more mathematical and they need to like construct something. I'm more like this, where it's like more free flowing. There's no real like boundaries or restrictions. That's why some of my characters might look a little like not correct in their anatomy, because of that reason. But I almost like I like this better because it just feels more natural, more organic than doing this. I still recommend though that you learn the shapes, because then once you start moving on to this, which is a bit more experience when you're just drawn like this, you can still understand the anatomy and all that. So yeah, you can copy this. You can copy my drawing here. You can copy any of these drawings I did here. But I recommend you go after this video, or even while you're watching, I recommend you invent your own poses. And just kind of learn by yourself. That's what I sort of did. So, yeah, that's all I have. Hopefully, maybe you learned something. And yeah, thanks for watching. Sayonara.